And boom, we are live. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. Hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day so far. Staying safe out there in this increasingly crazy, toxic world that we find ourselves in. It's great to see you all. Hope you're all being nice to each other, spreading that love and all that good shit. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called The Pine Drape, and specifically, we're going to be checking out their recent single, which is called Ski Mask Fantasy. Ski Mask Fantasy. Yeah, I thought I said that wrong there for a second. So interesting. So I've got an interesting a bit of an interesting story with the Pine Drape, basically. So when I first started doing this RDG, Relentless Doppelganger, reaction, review, shout out, hype channel, whatever you want to call it, whatever I'm doing here, whatever you want to call it. When I first started doing this, I was actually, it was 100% on Instagram. I would just find a song that I liked, and then I would just turn my camera on, and I would just talk for 5, sometimes 6, 7, 8 minutes about the song. I didn't start doing reaction videos. So it was literally just me doing kind of like little mini reviews and then tagging the band and then just putting it out online and then seeing what happened. That's how I actually started doing this. I was actually doing it on a different Instagram account as well before I switched over to RDG. I was just doing it on my personal one, which was actually just my name, Cal Kane, you know? So I stumbled across the Pine Drape. They released an EP, which we're going to check out. Well, we're going to check out a track off of the EP, off this EP called Demon. This came out back in August 30th, 2020. And to this day, I don't think I've ever heard anything quite like the Pine Drape. I mean, I think I'll go further than that. I don't think I've ever heard anything quite like... Yeah, it's just, they're a very unique, very interesting band. So the tag deathcore definitely applies here, like 100%. But they've but if you go to Slam Worldwide and you check out the EP Demon, which I really recommend you do, the genre is actually melodic death tempo. Now I don't know what that means, but I guess it means that it sounds like the Pine Drape. But they just it's the guitar work for the Pine Drape that gets me. It's melodic, but it's so unexpected and so like just far afield that it almost doesn't work, but that's kind of the charm. So that's why I'm actually going to play you. I'm going to play you a song called Grave Womb, because that's a really good that's a really good way to kind of get like quickly caught up with the Pine Drape if you haven't heard them before. And chances are, you probably haven't, because there's a lot of fucking good bands out there. But all the deathcore stuff is there, Like, I took a bunch of notes on the band because I've never featured them on the channel before. So they released an album called Black Casket, right, all the way back in 2018, I believe it was, right? And so my notes were slow, riff heavy, really, really nice chorus during a song called Withering, hardcore riffs, string scrapes, very slow breakdowns, metalcore riffs. I mean, like, there's a lot of different stuff here. Really, really nasty, brutal vocals. There's times when it sounds modern deathcore. There's times where it sounds very where it's very, very slow, very heavy. There's also parts where it sounds like it's almost got a kind of like southern rock hardcore vibe to it as well. These guys really, really mix it up, and they mix it up in a really interesting way. But the one note that I didn't put down here, because I wasn't quite sure how to actually like put it onto paper, is that they've got that Pine Drape quality, and I can't quite describe it to you. So I'm just gonna play you a track off of Demon, but go and check out Black Casket as well. Like, totally worth listening to. So we're currently on We're currently on... there's an advert. Fantastic. Thanks, YouTube. So we're currently on Slam Worldwide, Pine Drape, Demon. So you're going to hear a little bit of the first track. Once this advert finishes playing, I need some YouTube Premium up in my life, man. And another unskippable advert. Fantastic. Talk amongst yourselves. We'll be ready to go in a moment. Nice weather we're having recently. Okay, so you're going to hear a little bit. You're going to hear a little bit of the tail end of the track "Mind Bleeder," but we're going to listen to Grave Room, and I think you guys will agree that this is a pretty unique way of implementing guitars, melodic guitars, into deathcore. So let's get into it. Okay. Whilst we're here, I just want to play a little bit of the intro to this track, which is called "As the Night." Just to show. Let me just play it. I mean, it's so odd. It's just it just you don't hear much of that style of guitar with music that's kind of like this heavy. Those vocals are fucking nasty as well, like seriously nasty. And just like interesting structures, and they really take their time, and the mix on that, I did some of my I did like my notes for this band. I think it was about like a week ago or something. But just hearing that production again, I mean, fucking hell, that is way to nail the production. Like, holy shit, man! Like that bass especially, just really unique, really unique, man. It's a shame that the Pine Drape haven't like blown up in the way that I think they deserve to, man. Because like, yeah, that's some interesting shit. Very interesting shit right there. Yeah, never had anything quite like it, to be honest. So that'll kind of give you a bit of an indication. And go and listen to Demon, and definitely go and listen to Black Casket, because Black Casket's got lots of that stuff. Black Casket has a track on it, actually. I think it's called Withering, which doesn't actually have any vocals in it at all. And if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't think it was off a deathcore album at all. You'd think it was off kind of just like a standard kind of like metal album, or like a prog album or something like that. Just really, just it sounds out of place. It's kind of like you're listening to a deathcore band in one ear. You're listening to a deathcore band, but then like in the background there's kind of like a kind of like straight like melodic death metal song also playing as well. It's really unique, man. It almost doesn't work, but it's the fact that it almost doesn't work that kind of makes it work. Paradoxically, I don't know. I've got a strange relationship with the Pine Drape, but I've been listening to them since like 2020. So like I'm very much familiar with them. But yeah, very strange. Very strange, very unique, and there's a lot of unique shit out there, and these guys are kind of like the uniquest in my opinion. So now we're going to check out their latest single, Ski Mask Fantasy, which came out, let me see, 3 months ago, December 15th, 2022. So fairly recent, but it's been a bit of a quiet spell from the Pine Drape, because the last thing they released, as far as I'm aware, was Demon, unless I missed something. So they've been pretty quiet, and a lot can change, man. A lot can change in 2 years. They can get a new guitarist. The guitarist can be like, nope, no more of that melodic death tempo death, whatever. No, we're gonna go straight djent. Like, who knows what this is gonna sound like? It's also a 7-minute track as well, which is quite interesting, and it's called Ski Mask Fantasy, which that sounds like a MySpace song, like from way back in the day or something. That's giving me MySpace vibes. I don't know what the fuck this is going to sound like, but I cannot wait to find out. So, got my pen, got my paper, ready to take some notes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm genuinely curious to see what this sounds like, man. Because I haven't even read any comments or seen like what the style of music they've called it. Because I want this to be as fresh as possible, So, okay. Excuse me, I just coughed right in your ear. Okay, the Pine Drape, Ski Mask Fantasy. Let's go. What? What? Okay. All right. The Pine Drape, ladies and gentlemen. Ski Mask Fantasy. What the fuck was that? That was so... So, what I was hoping, and this is just me personally, right? But what I was hoping for was not that they got rid of the guitarist who was the main songwriter, and then they just went standard deathcore, right? Not that there's anything wrong with standard deathcore. Love me some deathcore. But I hoped that we were going to get something. Unique, something interesting, something that something that I hadn't heard before, and that is definitely what we got from that. But even by Pine Drape standards, that's really fucking weird. That's a super weird song, dude. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not like this. I dug the shit out of that. It was very enjoyable. But it was just so odd, and there was so many different things going on, and it was such a long song as well. Let's go back to a couple of bits here. Man, there was just so much happening there. So 130 is the first bit that I've written down. So odd, just weird, man. Just strange, dude. Just really, really weird. Just everything's just a little bit off. The drum pattern changes when you least expect it to. The guitars sound just a little bit different. They change at weird intervals. I mean, it just really, really, truly unique stuff from the Pine Drape. So we'll get back to it, but I just scrolled down and I saw that this is actually listed under progressive death metal, which I do not have a problem with. I mean, it's definitely progressive. It's definitely death metal. But then if you go to, I think it's about 245, there's like a full-on hardcore section here. Like, let's get into it. Like, that starts off sounding like it's going to go into, like it's going to sound like Knocked Loose, and then it kind of sounds like, it kind of sounds like metalcore, but with some kind of, like, very grunty death metal vocals over the top of it. Just so unique, man. So unique. Okay, so the next section, which I think is actually right here, and this perfectly encapsulates just how you can never tell when one bit's going to stop and go into another bit, and the other bit, it's just, it doesn't, it's almost got like a jazz vibe to it, where it kind of sounds like like a lot of the instruments are doing their own thing, but it somehow still works. Let's just play it from here. So cool, man. So cool. There was a bit here that actually reminded me a little bit of a band called Alpha Wolf, who you very likely heard of. Let me just see if I can find it. That sounds like a bit. It only goes on for about like 5 seconds, but that sounds like a bit from Sub-Zero by Alpha Wolf. So crazy, man. Okay, we've got 2 more bits to go to here, right? We've got, I think this is 550. I've literally just written weird. So weird, man. And then the last part, I just want to highlight these vocals because, good lord almighty, these vocals are no fucking joke, man. Holy shit. Right, let me find these. So like you've got the heavy deathcore vocals. I was supposed to have moved that along actually for that whole part. I apologize. Just got my ugly faces right in the corner there. So you've got like you've got like the hardcore stuff. You've got the metalcore stuff. You've got the kind of weird placements of the instruments. You've got a little bit that sounds a bit like Alpha Wolf. It's like the song does so many different things. You've got those absolutely disgusting, like really, really gargly kind of like through like gravy. Like it sounds like the guy's literally like gargling gravy or something like that. You know, like he's got gravy in his lungs when he's doing those deathcore vocals. You've just got such a weird mix of stuff here. I'm slightly taken aback. I'm gonna need to listen to that song a couple of times to actually fully appreciate it. I loved it. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot to digest. Like just in such a even though it's like a 7.5 minute song, which is quite long in this, in this genre, even then there was still so much going on that it was actually just quite difficult to actually like integrate it into your brain. Loved it. Yeah. I didn't know what it was going to sound like. I was hoping it was going to sound like the Pine Drape. It did sound like the Pine Drape, but the Pine Drape 2.0. I would bet good money that that's the same vocalist, and I would bet good money that that's a lot of the same band members as well. Maybe they changed like their bass player or their drummer or something like that, but that sounded very, very much like the Pine Drape. different than their older stuff. There wasn't there wasn't that kind of very high in the mix melodic guitar work that you got from the songs I was playing you before. Maybe they've just kind of gotten tired of that and they've moved on, or maybe they're going to integrate some more. Maybe they're going to bring some more of that in on the next single they release or the album they drop next, or whatever they're going to do. But yeah, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Just really unique, really difficult to wrap your head around. It's a lot to digest. It's a challenging listen, but fucking loved it. Yeah, really, really happy I checked that out. Yeah, good job. Good job. I tip my hat to the boys from the Pine Drape. So, as per usual, guys, links. Oh my god! If you scroll down, you will see links to the band, to the song we just heard. You'll find links to the band's social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that type of shit. Merch. You'll find links to where you can stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, whatever else, so on and so forth. Please, 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 with a massive motherfucking cherry on top, scroll down, click on every single one of those links, follow them, order a physical copy of their music, buy some merchandise, stream the shit out of this. Just continue to push this band, because I'm pretty confident in saying that there isn't anything quite like the Pine Drape out there. I'm pretty sure these guys are doing their own thing in a big way. Like there really isn't too much else like these guys out there. And if there is, if you guys know a band that sound like the Pine Drape, let me know, because I would very, very much like to hear them. So yeah, one more time. The Pine Drape, Ski Mask Fantasy. Go check that shit out. Stream the shit out of it. Go follow the band, do all that YouTube shit. Love you guys very much. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.